It's time now for French Connections, our weekly look at the intricacies of life here in France with Solange Mougin. Hi, Solange.
Hi,
this week you are focusing on France's love of swimming pools, and the government's actually cracking down on some of these private pools.
Yeah, they are, with over 3.3 million of them. France actually holds the record for the most private pools in Europe, and currently the government is on a mission to track down illegal pools. In 2023, it found some 140,000 pools that were non déclarés, or they hadn't been registered with the tax authority. They're continuing to do this in 2024 and actually expanding the program to sheds without permits. Now, it's done using an AI software that cross-references satellite images with government records. And the anti-fraud mission could actually bring in some between 40 and 50 million euros for the pools alone.
La mairie obtient l'information, elle sait que M. X a une piscine et ça lui suffira largement. Elle enverra ensuite un courrier et M. X aura du mal à prétendre qu'il n'a pas la piscine.
En vivant sur la Côte d'Azur, avoir une piscine et payer 530 € pour ce bien-là, je pense que c'est pas non plus la mer à boire, on va dire.
Solange, let's get into why France has so many pools. It's a sector that's really boomed recently.
Yeah, it really has. Between 2017 and 2022, private pool construction grew by some 70% in France. And the Pool Federation said that they built over 188,000 of them in 2022 alone. So why has there been this huge boom? Well, first, post-COVID, people invested more in their homes, especially their outdoor spaces. Also, the price of pools, especially above ground ones, well, it dropped. Then there's climate change. It's been getting hotter, especially in the southeast and the southwest, where most of France's pools are located. But at the same time, drought is becoming more prevalent because of climate change, creating ethical, environmental, and political issues, with some towns actually putting a moratorium on permits, and others actually telling their owners during big droughts that they can't fill up their pools.
Plus de permis de construire, c'est un message.
Plus de permis de construire,
Plus de piscines, qu'on stoppe provisoirement de 3, 4, 5 ans.
Oui, il y a la question de la morale. Comment interdire à des gens d'avoir un potager dont ils ont besoin et permettre à des gens de remplir une piscine au mois de juin?
There is a mini silver lining here, though. Modern pools are often smaller, they waste a lot less water than older systems, but most are not environmentally friendly.
So France also has hundreds of public pools around the country, but they too are faced with a growing problem.
Yeah, France has some 4,000 public pools, 90% of which are run by municipalities, by local towns. Now, many of these pools were built in the 1970s as part of what was then the 1,000 pool project. And even actually before that, there was a boom in the 1920s and 30s, and these pools remain across the country some architectural marvels.
Déjà, ils l'appellent la cathédrale de verre. Quand le soleil donne, sur le carrelage de la piscine, il y a différentes couleurs.
quand on parle de patrimoine et d'architecture en particulier, on s'attend toujours à avoir des vieilles pierres. On ne s'attend pas à avoir un lieu vivant comme celui-ci. C'est un bâtiment qui vit.
Now, the downside to this, though, are that many of these pools are in need of costly repairs. On top of that, they're expensive to run because of the water, the machines, the salaries, and the heat. Even before the energy crisis caused by the war in Ukraine, which caused many pools actually in France to temporarily close because the heating bills were so high, the French accounting body, the Cour des Comptes, rang alarm bells in 2018. It found that the average deficit of the pools that they studied was 600,000 euros a year. It recommended that towns actually create intercommunal pools and potentially abandon some of them.
Which would really be a shame because public pools are kind of like public libraries. They're invaluable parts of the infrastructure.
They really are, and they have been for centuries. First as public baths and now as pools. They're places where people of all walks of life gather together. They have family time there. They get exercise, which actually can save money for the state in later healthcare costs. And also, if you want sort of an intimate view into the French psyche, as one New York Times writer put it in an article on Paris, well, head to the pools. There are dozens of incredibly beautiful ones across the capital, including the over-century-old Butokai pool, which uses an innovative system to lower its heating bill.
Le disque dur en fonctionnement, il va émettre des calories et à travers un jeu d'échangeur qui ensuite va ramener et transférer ces calories jusqu'à la piscine.
C'est sympa de savoir que ça nuit moins à l'environnement.
De toute façon, avec l'été qui arrive, ça va chauffer la piscine, mais en hiver, ça permet de récupérer l'énergie des serveurs, donc c'est une super chose.
And another really interesting thing about France and pools, Solange, is that public pools play a major part in teaching school children how to swim.
Yeah, it's thought that around 1 in 6 French people, they do not know how to swim. And there are actually hundreds of drownings every year. It is a major problem across the world and in France as well. Those drownings are largely preventable if you're taught how to swim. And to use our word du jour, boire la tasse, ou j'ai bu la tasse. This is our expression du jour. It literally means drink the cup, but it refers to the moment when accidentally you swallow or choke on water. So to keep kids from this disagreeable feeling and much worse from drowning, swim classes have become an integral part of the public education system with then and now regular trips to the local pool.
Groupé, écarté serré. Très bien.
On met les bras devant, on a la tête dans l'eau. Je dessine une pizza et je la coupe en deux.
Plonger moyen, enfin je le fais pas encore, mais par contre flotter moyen aussi. Et j'ai déjà nagé sous l'eau mais pas à la surface.
While most French children do learn to swim, there are some inequalities in this regard, especially in cities like Marseille and the poorest department of France, Seine-Saint-Denis, where there simply are not enough pools. But here the Olympics, actually, they are helping a bit as the main aquatic complex is in this Paris suburb. And other pools are also being renovated for the Games. So part of the Olympics legacy is for more people to be able to get to the piscine and nage, or to go to the pool.
Yeah, looking forward to that big complex up in Seine-Saint-Denis. Solange, thank you so much for that. Thanks to you for watching France 24 and French Connections. Don't forget, if you have any of your own questions about France or the French, you can always reach out to Solange on social media.